Healthy food is nasty, and this is why most people don't stick to their diet, just because it tastes gross. Now, I just trolled you, but it's not nasty. You're just picking the wrong foods for you. Like, people, immediately when people think of healthy foods, they think of broccoli, cauliflower, and kale and spinach. Like, number one, you can make all of those things taste good. Like, for example, broccoli, I like to add a little lemon to it, and some butter, some grass-fed butter, and that makes it taste freaking amazing, and it's completely good for you. But you have to experiment with what tastes good for you, what is good for you. Even the processed foods, not all processed foods taste good, right? So you have to be able to switch things, right? It's just making switches. If you're eating fried chicken, right, all the time, you can eat healthy fried chicken. What you can do, and this is a super hack, because we have a meal prep company, and we cook for people the same meals that they would eat, just healthier versions of it, right? And this is exactly what we do, right? So when we cook fried chicken, this is exactly what we do. Number one, we get organic fried chicken, or organic chicken, right? We get organic chicken, so that way we're not getting a whole bunch of hormones and weirdly fed animals, right? So we go ahead and get that. So we're not taking in that stuff. Then the next thing is that when we actually fry the chicken, we will either use gluten-free breadcrumbs or a gluten-free flour, right? And that's it. Very easy, right? And no, and the oil is one of the main things. And for that, we use avocado oil, or we use coconut oil. I personally like to use avocado oil, but you can get a mix of both. And sometimes I use the avocado and coconut oil, but those are better oils for you, because you don't want to be using vegetable oils, because they have the processing with that is crazy. Like a canola oil, like a vegetable oil, like a corn oil. Those things are terrible for you. But if you use some avocado oil, some coconut oil, olive the oil is all right, but at high temperatures it tends to break down. So if you're looking for the best for you, it's probably going to be a coconut oil or an avocado oil. Olive oil is not going to be as bad, but if you're going to go healthy, you might as well go all the way with it, right? So that's an easy way to make fried chicken that taste good, still taste good, right? And you can actually make it work for your lifestyle. So it's just a bunch of different switches, right? If you like to have pasta, you can get some gluten-free pasta. Now, I will say that there is no way to make the gluten-free pasta taste amazing, right? Because frankly, sometimes it tastes like cardboard, right? So you might have pasta less, or maybe you just have pasta one time a week, instead of 3 or 4 times a week, right? Gluten-free bread is actually good. If you get Dave's Killer Bread, that's what we like to use. Dave's Killer Bread is pretty good. They have a white bread, they have a wheat bread. Yeah, that tends to be pretty good, and it's actually a good choice and option for you, just to make healthier choices so that your body just functions better overall. And what else? Okay, so in terms of drinks, right? Because most people like sodas and all these things. I'm going to tell you right now, soda and a bunch of these iced teas and things like that, you probably just need to cut those out. Like, sure, you could find some healthier versions of soda, like Poppy. It doesn't taste exactly the same, but the sodas have a massive amount of sugar, and sugar is going to spike and crash your sugar levels and your dopamine, so much so that you're just going to be making terrible decision after terrible decision all day, every day. And you're not going to like yourself for it. So those things you probably need to cut out or severely reduce, and you'll notice that certain jitteriness and things that you have just going on in your body in general tends to go away, and you'll notice that over time. But sugar, like having excess sugar, and these sugary snacks and all of that, those things really have like a grip on not just your health but on your brain. Like people have symptoms because of the amount of sugar that they've been having, right? So you really don't want to be consuming things that are really consuming you. That's the reason why I push healthier food and healthier choices. The thing is that if you're consuming foods that your body can't process, the foods are actually consuming you. And you never want that. You never want things feasting on your body. You want your body to feast on the things that you put inside of your body, because whenever something is feasting on your body, you're breaking down and being decayed, right? So you want to put in things inside of your body that are actually going to fuel you as much as possible, instead of take away your energy and all of that stuff, right? So you got to be careful of all those sugary drinks. I personally don't really consume too many drinks that have calories in them. That's just me. I mainly drink water. It's not a hard rule for me, right? But I mostly consume water. And I'll put some lemon or lime in it. That's about it. Sometimes I get these sparkling waters. Those do have some calories in it, but it's very little. And I'm not really looking at the calorie intake. The reason why I say not consuming things with calories is mostly because when it has calories in it, they tend to add a lot of extra sugar, right? Like a lot of added sugar. Like a fruit, like 100% fruit juice is going to be way better for you, and the sugar in that is going to be better for you than the extra added grams of sugar, right? Because the added grams of sugar is going to be more than likely white sugar, or even when they put the cane sugar in there. Both of those are not going to be great for you, again, because of what I mentioned before. They're going to spike and crash your sugar levels, which is going to play around with your mood and your hormones, and your inflammation levels, right? So really looking at consuming beverages that have calories less and less and less, unless of course you're making it yourself, right? So like, for example, if you wanted to make a lemonade for yourself, you could do some honey or maybe some light brown sugar, right? Even both of those are not going to be like super great to be having all of the time, right? Just having a gallon of honey and so much brown sugar, but they'll be better than having white sugar. So you could start there, right? So you could literally just strangle some lemons. That's what I say when I juice lemons. Or just squeeze them, just strangle some lemons in some water and put some honey in there, right? You could easily just make some sort of other fruit juices. Like what I like to do is I go to the frozen organic fruit section, right? And I go ahead and blend that stuff up, put some water in there, and maybe some honey, maybe some agave, and then I'll make like a little juice out of that. Just blend it up. Yeah, that's what I would normally do if I wanted something with some more taste in it or something like that, right? So this is ways that you can actually make different choices for your body and for yourself that just feel healthier and that are healthier, right, for you. So if you enjoyed this video, I don't want to make this longer than it has to be, but just, I'm not saying you have to follow these exact rules that I gave, because there are exceptions to the rules. You can make things how you want, but this is really set up to get you thinking about what can you switch. You don't necessarily have to change everything about your health and wellness in one day, but if you start to slowly make different changes, you'll start to see the health of your body and your vitality rising, right? So when you're able to start to do that and you start to see the results, then, you'll be more inclined to do different stuff. But you got to know that if you're consuming things that are consuming you, it's not going to be good. So this is just like a putting it out there so that you pay attention to what is actually going on in your body and what you can actually do to be more healthy and whatnot. I hope this helps somebody out. And especially this is the holiday season. I know me personally, I don't drink anymore. I could have a drink. I don't have a hard rule, but like I just don't need it. That tends to really really kick things into high gear for people when they start drinking. They start consuming a whole bunch of other stuff, right? And with drinks, even if you're going out to a bar, right? Especially if you're going out to a bar, you're getting massive amounts of sugar and in the alcohol and all that stuff. It just messes with your brain. Not saying that you can't drink, but limit the drinking and notice what decisions you're making when you're drinking. In terms of your health. And most people will drink and they'll start to eat badly and all these other things. So like the drinking is, I'm not going to tell you not to drink because you're a grown person. You do whatever the hell you want. But just notice what exactly is going on in your body and what is going to be the best decisions that you can make for you. Like what decisions are those going to be? Like what decisions is going to be the best for you to make, and in what state of mind and are you going to be in that's going to make you get the best decisions. So I'm going to stop this video because I know I'm rambling at the end and I don't want to keep going on for another like hour because I can. But these are just quick changes that you can make, and really just pay attention to what you're putting in your body and pay attention to how your body is feeling. And this will start to guide you into better choices. And if you need some more guidance on this stuff, go ahead and check out links down below so that we could help you out with some free resources, or set you up with a consultation to really get your health on track, because that's what I'm about. I was able to help myself really get to the optimal levels that I wanted to get to with my health, and I think I can help other people, and I have helped hundreds of other people do the same thing. So if you do need some help, we're here for you. Peace.